EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch. Signaled for and taken. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Throwing. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
46. 46.
Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete. And it's 2nd down. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And incomplete to open things up. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier. Said than done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Let's go. 22.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Hey, let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Switch it, hey. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. 47. Got it. 26.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
10 more there and another 1st down.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you, because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Again to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are in for 6. That extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
21. Gun.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Randy Gregory in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, South. Right.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Prescott. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Gun.
3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
46.
On second down, Prescott again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jack Crawford coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Williams. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
Here we go, 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go.
On second down, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
20.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Get out.
The give is to Elliott. Wiggles free. This time a spin. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Get out.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Get out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's back to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. That goes for a gain of 31.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Freeman. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ryan now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. One last shot for Ryan. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.